Hello, my name is Barkley-Romero and I'm the team leader at Homes with Barkley at Keller Williams World Media Center. Today's video was supposed to be on inflation and deflation, but there has been so much going on right now that I am enacting an emergency vlog. I'm sure we can all agree the impact from COVID-19 was fast, completely unexpected, and has left many people in financial emergency. And if you are one of the 4.1 million homeowners in the United States who is currently in forbearance, or if you are struggling to meet your mortgage payments, I want to help you to find a solution now. The worst thing you can do is wait until you fall behind, and acting swiftly may help you keep your home and the money you have invested in it, which is of course what we all want. The first step is to talk to your lender or loan servicer about a few options. This is extremely important in order to be able to find out what is available to you, and it can really keep you from going into default and losing your home. I'm going to be covering a lot of ground here, but don't worry about taking notes. I'll have it all written down in my blog on my website, homeswithbarkley.com, for you to reference, along with a downloadable checklist of questions to ask your loan servicer if you're having trouble paying your mortgage right now. The first option is forbearance, which you possibly are already in. Forbearance is when the lender lets you make partial or even skip payments altogether. And the important note is you will have to repay any missed or reduced payments in the future. It doesn't magically erase what you owe, but at least it will help for now. Some loans, like the ones with Freddie and Fannie Mae, are now doing up to 12 months of forbearance and potentially allowing up to the end of your loan term to make up all the payments, which can be helpful in getting you back on your feet. If you are unsure of whether or not your loan qualifies for either of these options, head to www.knowyouroptions.com/loanlookup to see if you are with Fannie Mae. For Freddie, go to www.freddieMac.com/loanlookup. And remember, if you do qualify, you still need to talk to your loan servicer before stopping payment. As for those of you who are racking your brain wondering who the heck Fannie and Freddie are, don't worry, I'll cover that in a later vlog, so make sure to subscribe to learn more. The second option is to ask your lender about reinstatement. Reinstatement is when you make a payment that covers all of your late payments at once at the end of your moratorium period, which is the period of time you're allowed forgiveness. I recognize this might be difficult for a lot of people to do if you're not generating income especially, which is why the next best option may be a simple repayment plan to start paying back a little more each month until you are all caught up. The final option to discuss with your lender is whether or not you can alter your current loan situation just a little bit. Suggest adding a few years to your loan so that way you can show that you're committed to paying it back. You just need a little bit more time to make up for this rough patch. You could ask about lowering the interest rate, which, as I've said before, can really help with your monthly payment. Or perhaps they can even forgive part of the loan in order to make things a little bit easier. Ask about switching from an adjusted rate mortgage to a fixed rate mortgage so you aren't at risk of having any increases to your monthly payment if your rates spike. That would be the last thing you need. Your last possible loan modification could be taking all the big payments that you usually have to pay in the year, like your insurance or your taxes, and break those up over your monthly payment. While having this talk, keep in mind that everyone is going through something right now. So being kind, practicing patience, and understanding things from others' perspectives are the most important things when having tough discussions. They aren't fun for anybody. And remember, you have a relationship with your lender. At some point in our vlogs, we will get into how connected it actually is. But the fact of the matter is that your lender wants you to be able to stay in your home and pay your mortgage. Because if you don't pay your loan back, it makes them look bad. Plus, they're left holding the bag on the loan. The fact of the matter is that you will, at some point, have to pay it back. Not to mention, we really haven't figured out as a government how this will affect your credit. So if you take anything from this, it should be to pay what you can and take help if you need. And call your lender. More than likely, they will be willing to speak with you about your options. If they are not, or if there's nothing you can do, your next best bet may be to refinance. But you cannot do a refinance if you are planning on going into forbearance. You will not be able to do it. So only plan on refinancing to get a lower rate than the one you are paying now, because that will make your life easier. Do not refinance to get a better rate and not pay it. It won't work. And as I've mentioned before, it is super important to work with a trustworthy lender. If you are in the Los Angeles area, please reach out to me for the contact info on my preferred lenders. If you aren't in LA, still reach out so I can connect you with one of my affiliate agents in your area who will know who to send you to. Once you start talking to new lenders, it is super important to keep an eye out for any scams or shady business, which, like killer wasps, unfortunately, are going to be happening right now. Still no need to take notes. I've also provided a list of things to be aware of when refinancing your home in a downloadable PDF on my blog at homeswithbarkley.com. First off, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Words like guaranteed approval or no income verification are huge red flags. As of March and April, lending standards have tightened. So if someone is telling you they can give you a loan regardless of your employment status, credit history, or assets, your best bet is to probably run. No loan should be guaranteed approval, especially right now, and it is a huge red flag for consumers. Be sure to watch out for large future costs that are hidden. If you are signing a high-risk adjustable rate mortgage, there may be a teaser rate period. Soon enough, that rate will spike up, and so will your monthly payment. High-risk adjustable rate loans are rarely the right loan for families who are already having trouble repaying. And if you're signing an adjustable rate mortgage, it's important to be aware of what your cap is. And if a lender tells you this is your only option, speak with a second lender before you decide. Check your barriers for refinancing in the future. They can really make your life difficult down the road, so be aware of your prepayment penalties and what that will look like. The all too familiar no down payment can be enticing in any form. Trust me, I know. If you are being offered a loan like this, be wary that it may actually be one loan split into two mortgages with one having a much higher cost. So ask your lender to be clear on that cost so you can be sure you are able to afford the payments before you sign. Be aware. Do the consultation via Zoom or some other device so you can see the lender you are speaking with and you can get a better judge of their character. Watch out for any strange behavior or unethical document handling. Never, ever, 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 ever sign a blank document or even a document that has been predated. Never, 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 never. And remember to always read everything, even the small print. The last thing to be on the lookout for are ads that promise cash for houses, any situation. You know them when you see them. They're usually written on a piece of poster board with a Sharpie marker, which should also be a warning that these may be scams. They bait you with the promise of rescue from foreclosure, but more often than not, they leave you with barely enough money to bail yourself out. With the amount of serious buyers out there and the shortage of housing inventory on the market, if you are thinking of selling, your best bet is to speak with a realtor, like me, to determine whether or not listing your home is the best option. And if during our free consultation you decide it is, then we can work together to get you the best possible price for your home. If you aren't in the LA area, reach out to me anyway. I can connect you with someone who would be more than happy to do the same for you, but in your region. The last thing I want to make sure you are aware of are the counseling resources available to borrowers like you. There are some wonderfully generous nonprofit organizations specifically dedicated to helping you avoid foreclosure. They can be invaluable. The best place to start is the list provided by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD. You can find those on their website at www.hud.gov/counseling or give them a call at 800-569-4287. The one last scary thing to be on the lookout for are companies that offer assistance by hiring a lawyer to defend a foreclosure in court or negotiate lender assistance on your behalf. If you come across this, you should contact one of the counseling organizations from the HUD-approved list before you pay or sign anything. I know this is a crazy time, but you have resources available and you are not alone. If you have any questions or ideas that spurred from this video, please feel free to comment below or reach out to me directly at homeswithbarkley@gmail.com. And if you need an introduction to one of my preferred lenders, or you are thinking of listing your home because it might be the best option for you, please reach out to me so I can help in any way possible. Thank you, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any more important real estate info. Thanks, guys. Bye.